So guys, how are we feeling this festive period?
Not very festive, Geordie.
That wasn't very Christmassy.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, see, I've banned myself from spending money on Pokemon Go because I used to spend like 20 quid a month.
Oh, I fucking saw you come in.
Oh, that's in my stocking too, Rob. Look, it's the same. Ho, 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 podcast listeners, and welcome to the Video Game Chat podcast, a podcast talking about games, tech, and other Christmassy goodness. I am your host, Geordie Wiz, and I am joined by my Santa's little helpers, Rob, aka Rob Goxie.
Oh, hello.
And Gary, aka Endash.
Ho, ho, ho!
Did Gary just die?
Yeah, I'm not. Did he either died or he came? I'm not quite sure.
I might have done both. I heard this.
It sounded like that. No, please, don't.
Oh no, please don't.
I'm a virgin. That one.
Well, that's certainly not true.
Yeah, well, we hope you enjoy this podcast, and if you want to keep up to date with us and our content, you can follow us on Twitter at VGC_podcast or join our Discord community. The links are in the description. So, guys, how are we feeling this festive period?
Not very festive, Geordie. It's not very Christmassy,
not at
is
all.
it?
Not very Christmassy at all.
Yeah.
Well, we got to do what we've got to do, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've got to make what we can of it. As I've been talking to my new colleagues, it's one Christmas that's not going to be very Christmassy to save potential future Christmases for the rest of our lives. Because of the old dreaded coronavirus that we have been talking about quite recently on the podcast, like obviously ruining my work life and people's social lives and all sort of stuff like that this year.
And people's lives.
And people's lives, obviously, with lots of dying and all that jazz.
Oh, that jazz.
But yeah. But yeah, I was just trying to make it not sound as bad. I didn't want to start off our Christmas with, let's talk about death, Gary.
No, true.
But yeah.
We'll try and be positive. We'll get over this small little bad news, and then we'll get on to more festive things.
Yes. But no, we have all been told that we are we're not allowed to see any families or members of family outside of the household that you're in as of current. So, luckily for me, I still live with my parents and my brother, so I can see them. But I see them all the time anyway, so it doesn't really make a difference. But sadly for you two guys,
with his missus, so
yeah, I live with my partner, and unfortunately, she's from Scotland, and she's unable to go back home. And both Rob and myself.
Talk about doxing your own girlfriend.
Yeah, like that. Scotland's just one small town in the fucking UK. Yeah.
Compared to most places in America.
Well, yeah, true. And Rob and I are from the same small village. Well, not small village, same small area in the Midlands. So we can't go home either.
Yeah. My parents were planning to come up and visit me for this Christmas, but that has now been cancelled as there's complete travel ban between England and Scotland at the moment. So...
well, it's just a travel ban, pretty much full stop
just
in the country.
Generally, anyway. But yeah, there is a very specific keep the English out sentiment.
I mean, to be fair, they have a point. They probably should have done that a couple of years ago, to be honest, when they did their referendum. Maybe. But let's not get into politics.
But yeah. So we're all going to have a very, not normal Christmas, but it'll be a smaller Christmas for most of us.
Yeah.
Which is a bit of a sad time, but positive and keeping things going. It's still going to be Christmas, and we're still going to have fun no matter what we do, whether it be over video calls with family or keeping in touch with friends online. Like, I was supposed to be going to Wales this Christmas to see my brother, which means I wouldn't be online at all. But But now I'm going to try and sort of spend a bit more time online and speak to my friends and family through video calls and stuff like that. And maybe play a few games of Jackbox and stuff like that online. Bit of fun trivia sort of stuff.
And try and bring what
maybe
you would normally
do another pub quiz.
Yeah, exactly. Do things that you would normally do with your family or your friends when you meet up at Christmas, but a very socially distant version of.
Yeah, exactly. But there'll still be lots of food. My mum was prepping for obviously going away to Wales to feed 9 people at my brother's house. We've got like 2 tubs full of sausage rolls that need to be eaten and 2 very large cheesecakes between now 4 people.
Mate, that only last a day. Jesus, you didn't plan it all.
You haven't seen the size of these cheesecakes, Gary. They're massive.
You didn't plan it
These
all.
aren't your just Tesco's. These aren't your just Tesco's cheesecakes. These are M&S cheesecakes.
Oh, not sponsored, by the way.
We're slapping some Groove Armada over the top of that.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, it's going to be...
Might get DMCA'd, so...
We probably will get DMCA'd. We'll probably get DMCA'd even if we fucking hum. But I don't know if our podcast... Well, I mean, I assume that podcasts also get DMCA'd, but who knows? I'd rather not risk it, but we'll probably not risk it. But yeah, for anyone of our listeners who are in a similar boat to especially Rob and myself, who are unable to see our families, or anyone who are alone this Christmas as well, where if you want to play games with anyone or you just need someone to chat to, by all means, drop a message in the Discord.
Chat podcast. Yeah, jump on. I'm sure we could probably get a few like community games of like Among Us or something going and just let everybody take their mind off things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's party games.
Join the Discord. Come and join the fun.
Yeah. And, you know, just remember that even though it is shit at the moment for a lot of us, you're not alone. People will, like we and everyone else, can come together and try and make the best out of a bad situation.
In the words of D. Ream, things can only get better.
That's true. I mean, they could also get a lot worse.
Thanks, Gary. Thanks for lighting up the mood.
Jesus Christ, I just got hit by a wave of existential dread.
Bar humbug, Gary.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I try and be positive, but you know, this year's not been anything but positive. In fact, it's basically been, don't worry, this year can't possibly get any worse.
The only thing positive this year has been COVID tests.
No, that's not entirely true.
Hey.
Trump got out of office as well.
Well, not yet.
Not yet, but he's officially no longer in office. But we'll see what happens.
No, he's still in office until the 21st of January going.
Do you know what I fucking mean? It doesn't matter whether or not he's been booted out for this fucking term. That's what I mean. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, you pedantic cunt. I love you.
Let's focus on some good news, all right? Let's focus on some good news now. They haven't got any good news we can talk about.
Cyberpunk 2077 released? Oh, no, wait, no. It was a broken piece of shit. Has ended up with it being removed from the PlayStation Store because it's so horribly broken.
Yeah, our thoughts go out to our Xbox One and PlayStation 4 players and listeners of the podcast.
And PS5 and Xbox Series X.
PS5 and they've not been as bad.
It seems to be working,
but
at least on
PS5
those.
has been pulled from the store.
Well, yeah,
No,
it's been pulled completely from the PlayStation Store because of the PS4 version.
Well, yeah, but
the PlayStation Store is one entity. If you pull it off of the PlayStation Store on PlayStation 4, it comes off the one on the PlayStation 5.
No, I understand that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, unfortunately, PlayStation 5 players can't play it or can't buy it now.
Well, they can. If they've already bought it, then they can.
Well, yeah, but
or if they go out and buy it in disc, they can.
But if they were getting a digital,
they can't buy it digitally.
If they were getting a digital version for Christmas, that's fucked.
True.
That's what I mean. Like,
but they still can play it if they have already purchased it.
True.
And no doubt there are probably digital keys online that you can probably still get from third-party sellers.
True.
So, but for some people, there have been some some bugs and some bits and pieces, but
The latest
CD
one
Projekt Red have been. I feel like CD Projekt Red have been quite sort of forthcoming with their updates and keeping people informed that they are fixing the broken game. But to be honest, like, I saw a meme earlier today, whereas the two guys shouting at each other. That meme, it's like one guy's going to CD Projekt Red and going, release Cyberpunk, and then he's shouting back going, but it's not ready yet.
yeah.
He goes, just release it. And then it's released, and it's full of bugs.
Did you see that on the Swedish server?
I think I did. Yeah.
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 Just release it. Fucking fine. Here it is. Why is this so buggy? It's not finished. Yeah.
We have shot ourselves in the foot because we were asking for it, but then they did say they have delayed it quite a few times, and they really probably should have just set more realistic expectations for when they need to release it.
Yep, and as are the fabled words of one of our ex co-hosts, fucking shareholders.
Yeah. That is some news. It's still probably not good news. I did ask for good news.
You did ask for good news. I mean, but the good part of it is if you have it on PC, it's fucking amazing. It's incredible. No?
Yeah,
You're not backing
I'm
me up on
enjoying
that?
it. I mean, yeah, it's good. I'm immersed as fuck. It's I've seen a lot of people are very upset that it's not quite what they had in mind. But as you've said, Gary, frequently over the past few months, it's people that have been really overhyping it to expect something that it was never going to be in the first place, who are disappointed. And there was one little thing, one PlayStation player that's refunded it, Gary.
Oh yeah, no, I've heard of this.
This one that refunded it, and they also, to complete the refund, took it from his account, and he's taken to Twitter or something to complain. Like, why are they taking the game from me as well? And I'm like, well,
because you don't own it
know
anymore.
what
mate.
a refund is? Yeah, you've got your
That's
money
what a
back.
refund is.
Yeah.
So they've got the game back, and he's like, yeah, but it's broken and horrible, and I wanted my money back, but I still want to play the damn thing.
I still want to play it, yeah. Oh, fuck up, that's not how it works.
Then buy it again, dickhead.
Well, how would you, like, if you had a broken toaster, you wouldn't still keep the toaster?
Or a car.
Or car, yeah. Like any fucking thing.
I want to return this car that I've bought. I mean,
It's
I
missing a
want the money
steering
back
wheel.
for it, but I still want to drive it to work and shit.
Yeah, I fucking... This is the thing, like, and you've hit the nail on the head, Rob. It was overhyped to fuck. And, I curbed my hype long ago. Because I knew that, it's going to be a good game, but it may not necessarily be the game that everyone is expecting. I think the thing is, and I'm sure we'll go on to it in another episode when we actually fully cover Cyberpunk properly, which we will do, is that
Yes.
the people who were hyped about this game the most are the people that are hyped by it because of its popularity and not because of the type of game it is. Most people who are hyped by it probably play like Call of Duty and FIFA, and they don't know what an RPG is. Fundamentally, it's an RPG. Not everyone fucking likes RPGs. It's like Skyrim or Fallout. And they were buggy.
I think it's more of the GTA fan base that are sort of jumped onto it and gone,
Potentially,
yeah, I want to play this and play it like GTA.
Potentially, yeah. But I mean, even still, like, I would class GTA under the Call of Duties and like the main popular titles. People that see that go, oh my God, this looks like everyone's getting so excited by it, so I'm going to get excited by it. I don't know what it is, but it looks cool. Graphically, it looks amazing. So it swings all of the casual crowd. But the people that actually will want to play it for its core premise of an RPG will love it because it is a really well-rounded RPG in terms of like narration, story, and like content so far. So as far as I've played, anyway. But most people won't. I don't know. I don't think most people truly understand or want to play an RPG. Like not like the general population don't, rather.
Yeah,
because it's too
I think
much.
the way that I've described it to you, Gary, in terms of how it sort of plays, what game it's most like, would be Sleeping Dogs, which was quite a linear, story-driven game, But it did have a big open world map with lots of side quests and like collectibles and stuff to do and side activities like races and stuff. But, there was some freedom to it and stuff like there is in Cyberpunk, but really the main draw of it is the fairly linear campaign.
Yeah.
So, if you like sleeping dogs, you'd probably like Cyberpunk. It's just very sci-fi sleeping dogs, but first person.
And if you like
an RPG
game for being a single fucking hell, a single player RPG open world kind of game is never going to be polished. It's just impossible for it to be 100% perfect. However, if there's like game breaking bugs, like it crashes or a mission is impossible
you
to
craft
complete.
too many things and your save file corrupts as the big new one as well.
Oh, fuck, really?
Yeah, if your save file goes over 8 megabytes, the game is corrupt and you have to start again.
Jesus Christ.
So CD Projekt's solution to that is don't craft anything.
I mean, to be fair, I've not been crafting anything, so that's kind of good. I never normally craft many things in RPGs anyway, but that's just my playstyle. But that also shouldn't be an excuse. That shouldn't be a thing.
Yeah, we'll get on to Cyberpunk more in our Cyberpunk episode that will be sort of deep diving into our experiences and how we're getting on with the game. Any other sort of good news or anything you guys have had this week?
Good news? No.
No.
I've got a new job. That's my good news.
Hey.
True.
I've started working and I've been working non-stop since starting working. So, and I'm enjoying it. I'm working, I don't mind mentioning I'm working for the NHS, which is a good thing. Giving old people some jabs, which is fun.
You actually
People
the jabs?
are very happy when... No, I'm just phoning them up and letting them know that they're getting their COVID vaccine.
I was
basically.
say, I wouldn't trust you with a needle, mate.
I would trust myself with a needle. I'm fucking terrified of the
It's the
bastards.
same, yeah.
Yeah, don't come with me with a needle. I'll kick you in the face.
Until we get the
But yeah,
vaccination, in
we've,
which case we will have that.
Yes. But yeah, that's my good news for this week. Other than that, we'll get into some video games and some bits and pieces. What have we all been playing this week? I have played absolutely nothing other than a little bit of Rocket League with you boys. We're season 2's coming out, and we're trying to smash out the Rocket Pass and get all the cool new music bits and the rum pum pum.
The rum pum pum, yeah. That is a massive in-joke because we haven't even streamed us playing Rocket League at the moment, but we all caved. We all bought the season pass this one time. I mean, Jordy, you've bought the season pass before, and you've actually gone quite far.
I think I bought the season 5 multiple times. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's got some nice stuff in there. The main thing with season 2 is that they've introduced a new map, which is synthwave as fuck, and we all fucking love it. And goal music. So when you score a goal, instead of it just being like a burp, it's now like what is the exact song now that we all three of us have we've succumbed to microtransactions, listeners, and all three of us
bought the flip reset.
The flip reset song, yeah.
Goal celebration song. So we've got a unanimous team tune.
Yeah, and much to Geordie's annoyance, Rob and I go bum 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 bum.
Not even a trumpet. It's still drums.
How does that sound like a fucking trumpet?
It sounds
noise
more
to you,
like a drum.
Rum pum pum is
percussion.
Is a trumpet
That's
noise.
percussion.
No.
More of a toot. Toot is wind. Or brass.
Or actually no, it'd be more like a That was a shit trumpet, literally.
Was indeed. It was a very, very shit trumpet.
Well, go on then, Jody. You do your best impression of a trumpet.
Rob, can you insert fart noises from Gary in this section here?
Yeah,
all the ones that you saved from all the previous recordings.
A little bit of reverberation. Yeah, well, obviously we've been playing Hunt Showdown. They've got another event on, the Christmassy themed one, where there's a few skins to get if you either play games or and find some presents in game, or watch Twitch streams for a few extra 100 event points. The grand finale point unlock thing for that is an Ebenezer Scrooge skin, which is very fitting for Christmas, but also has a massive top hat, which will leave you pointing over chest-high walls. So I'm going to avoid that one at all costs.
I mean, he looks cool, but yeah, the top hat is not ideal in a game of stealth.
Unless it can be shot off, in which case I'm all for it.
Oh yeah, and then at the beginning we just immediately top each other.
Yeah.
Well, if anything, the Ebenezer Scrooge skin is just quite an apt skin for this Christmas season.
Yeah, true. Also that.
True. But there is one...
they knew all along.
A lot of the skins in these live events that Hunt Showdown has are usually... Well, I mean, there's only been 2 live events. There's been Halloween and there's been Christmas. And most of the items are very much Halloween or Christmas themed. However, there is one weapon which I knew Rob would love as soon as he saw it.
Oh god, yes, and you were right. There's a Mosin Nagant sniper skin that's got this like lovely burlap sort of wrap around it, and it looks like something out of the Siege of Stalingrad, and it's just I'm going for it. I want it.
I want it as well. This time, I don't mind if we don't get the Scrooge skin, because ultimately I'll probably never use it myself. But the Nagant skin, I must have that. It is so fitting for the game.
Yeah, it's an epic skin that's not completely over the top with like glowy green or bullshit like some of them have, you know?
Or in other games where all the guns are like bright pink or bright orange or polka dot. Not yet, anyway. I'm sure it might come.
Anyway, other than that, I've been playing some Star Citizen. That's updated to 3.12, which has added some lovely nebulas across the system and things that just add, not just something nice to look at, but just sort of changes the feeling of a lot of the places. It's not just, pitch black you're flying through anymore. It's quite nice. As well as updates to the mining UI. There's persistent reputation for bounty hunting and things like that for mission givers. And they've also added in the Idris, which is the capital ship you'll be in for the single player campaign as an NPC ship for either 5th level crime stat sort of thing, or there's also a good guy mission that you can sort of go down an event chain that will then lead to a pirate version of an Idris that you got to take down as well. And they've also, for this patch, done their first sort of back-end thing that allows for dynamic events. And the first one that they've teased is going to be a xenophobic pirate group from Pyro that are invading Stanton at some point soon. So they said they're going to do a big dynamic event for each patch. So it's going to be unique for that patch sort of thing.
Oh, fuck. You're going to make me download it.
Probably.
Let's make that into a meme.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. You're going to make me update.
I've got a couple that I've been playing. I mean, the obvious.
Go on then, Gary. Hit us with that.
Why, thank you, Geordie. The obvious is Cyberpunk 2077, and I know we've covered it, but I want to point out that as listeners who long-time listeners will know, I don't play many single-player games, and the fact that I've already sunk in about 30 hours of Cyberpunk 2077, and I haven't got anywhere near finishing the story. I would just like to point out that I'm having a hell of a lot of fun playing the game. I absolutely love it. It's better than I expected. And I will be playing it a hell of a lot more now that I am stuck in the house. But I just thought I'd let our listeners know that someone who doesn't play single-player games is actually having a very good time playing a single-player game. I've also been playing a lot of Rainbow Six Siege with the Swedes and having a lot of fun on that. There's a legacy mode that they've introduced where it's all the original maps and the original operators and nothing more. So you're playing House, you're playing Aeroplane, whatever it's called, and the old version of what is it? The training grounds. What is it called? Shit, the training
I know
ground.
the one you mean.
Hereford.
I know the one you
Hereford
mean.
base. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah. So it's actually really fun. A lot, like half of it. Well, actually, the majority of the Swedes hate the mode. So it's been me and Giddis mainly and Seven, but it's fun. I love it. I really really enjoy it. But
yeah, tell a lie. I also was me and Rob played some games of Rainbow Six with the Swedes without you the other day. Actually,
yeah, that was when I was feeling a bit under the weather.
Yeah, he was a bit under the weather.
Yes, I still am a little bit under the weather. But powering on. I think it might be stress.
Join the club. I'm a bit under the weather as well. So it's just going around, I think.
Yeah, I think there's not only COVID. I think there's the normal illnesses are going around, and I think just the stress of this year and the build up,
regular depression coupled with seasonal depression, coupled with lockdown depression as well.
Yeah. Coupled with the fact that now we're in tier 4 depression. It's just the whole fucking bunch, isn't it? It's just it's fucking shit. But enough of that. And fun.
Other sort of illness news as well was my toothache still persistent after the last episode when I said it was still causing me grief.
Yeah, you've struggled to get an appointment, right?
But hopefully by the time this episode is aired, actually on the hour of this podcast being aired, I will be reclined in a seat, hopefully with some poor dentist's hand in my mouth, getting ready to yank out this horrible, painful tooth.
I was going to say, what about the tooth? Can I get a dab on Geordie's tooth? But hopefully it goes well.
Yeah, it'd be nice to be able to eat food without feeling pain again.
Yes, that would be very nice.
At the moment, anything that's too hot or too cold just makes my tooth go into a spasm of just pain.
It's
not great.
Anything that's just right.
Just right, yeah. Geordie Red Riding Hood.
Goldilocks, please, Gary.
Goldilocks, sorry. Fucking hell. I don't know my you know, yeah, we got the fucking reference.
But yeah,
I have 2 more as well. Sorry, Geordie. Well, 3 more, but I just want to prolong this segment. But
you prolong. Go on.
I'll prolong as long as I wish. As I've now got the new iPhone 12, I think it is. I can now finally play actual games on my phone. So I've become a casual gamer, and I've been playing Fallout Shelter.
A mobile gamer.
Worse than casual. I've been playing Fallout Shelter and Pokemon Go. I actually really, really enjoy both of them. They're very fun, nice games to play on the toilet. And Pokemon Go, not so much, because you kind of got to walk. But I went for a walk earlier. That was quite fun. Caught about 100 Pokemon on my walk, which was quite a lot. Have you guys played either of those 2 games?
Yeah, yes. I did when it first came out. But when it first came out, I was still living back home with my parents on a nerve-damaged leg. So not only was there no Pokemon spawns anywhere near me, but I couldn't actually walk to go get them.
Yeah,
fun.
It's quite nice. I don't want to dox Gary, but it's quite a nice area where you live, Gary. There's quite a nice couple of parks and areas of large amount of water where you can walk up and down and there's quite a lot of nice Pokestops and stuff like that.
There are.
When I used to play before I even met you guys, when I played Pokemon Go, when I still worked in South London.
Oh, you doxed me.
Oh, I've done it now.
You've done it.
Oh,
South London.
I used to frequent the train station where I used to get on and off for work, and the walk to work from the station was quite good for Pokestops and especially like water type Pokemon as well. There was this one particular spot where I knew there was a Magikarp spawn, basically. So very early on, when it was only like the basic like 150 Pokemon, whatever it was, I managed to get myself a Gyarados pretty quick.
Nice.
Because it was just a case of getting all those candies for the Magikarp. But
nice.
Yeah, Pokemon Go is one of those ones where it's, if I have it on my phone constantly.
Yeah.
I'm constantly just on there and just I use it like a fucking, like one of the, what's it called? Like a fitness tracker.
Oh,
yeah. It's constantly in the background just counting my steps.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
I mean, doesn't your phone come with a, like, I know you don't have an iPhone, but like the iPhone has like a health app which does manually track everything anyway. Does yours not have?
It did on my Samsung, but on my new Google phone, I've not seen if there's like a widget or anything that actually shows you your steps on it.
I see. Well, I mean, then Pokemon Go is a good tracker for that. And if you have any incubators and eggs, then you can unlock some eggs as well. But
yeah, see, I've banned myself from spending money on Pokemon Go because I used to spend like 20 quid a month on
Jesus,
on incubators and stuff like that, and I realised that £20 a month is just something I can spend better elsewhere.
Oh yeah, 100%. I would not recommend spending any money on this game in the slightest.
Oh Christ, Geordie.
Yeah.
It is a free game. Come on, like.
Oh Jesus!
I mean, that's worse than the WoW subscription, though. 20 quid a month.
Yeah, they fucking saw you come in.
Yeah.
No apologies needed. But yeah, while we've been off doing bits and pieces and missing episodes of the podcast and stuff like that, we've had other bits and pieces go on that we've missed, like the Game Awards, which was last week, I believe. And
yeah, I mean, it seems like such a long time ago now.
Yeah, TLDR for the Game Awards. Last of Us Part 2 did very well.
Yes.
And they won quite a lot of the awards.
Like 4, right?
Yeah. Alex won the VR award, which I was quite happy about.
Yeah.
So, and did they win anything else? No, I think it was just the VR title. I think Alex won, and maybe was it the music one as well? We just get them up and have a look.
Insert casual Christmas song here. Ho, 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 ho.
Half-Life Alyx, where are we? Oh yeah, best VR game was Half-Life Alyx. It's great.
And not remotely unexpected.
Yeah, definitely not.
One that was a bit of a funny one, which I heard the Pushing Buttons guys talk about on their podcast.
Shout out to the Pushing Buttons.
Shout out to those guys. We love those boys.
We do.
The strategy/simulation game award.
All right.
Why the fuck would you combine those two games into one award? They're two completely different style of game.
So wait, if I understand that correctly, are they combining, for example, Red Alert, Command and Conquer Red Alert with like City Skylines?
Yes.
What the fuck?
I'm pretty sure in that category you had like Civilization 6 and
let me guess, did Planet Zoo win or something?
Civilization 6, Planet Zoo, Flight Simulator.
Oh, please don't tell me Flight Simulator won.
Stuff like Flight Simulator won.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Flight Simulator got the strategy game and sim award.
How is that a strategy game?
It's not a fucking strategy game.
But it's
Are
not.
they confusing strategy with fucking simulator?
Basically, because the strategy game and the simulator game, like audience base is so low, they've combined those two awards together and just gone, yeah, let's stick all those games together and see who wins.
Why not?
Well, I mean, this is another reason why award ceremonies are just complete and utter shite.
Yes, I agree.
They do not mean anything apart from
other games that Last of Us didn't win. Was best mobile game, which we could all pretty agree that it went to Among Us.
Yeah,
good. Yeah.
We had the best indie game was Hades, which I've heard lots of good things about.
Yeah, that's what I'm actually thinking of getting now, to be honest, just because I've heard nothing but good things.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
I've heard one of mine and Brennan's friends, Gracie, she's like recommended it to like 20 people, and everyone has come back to her and said, that is an absolutely fantastic game. Like, thanks for recommending it to me. So it's one that I'll probably look at getting as well, like, just as a indie game to play. Maybe in between sort of catching up with Cyberpunk. Other games that they didn't win. Sports racing game. Can anyone guess what the sports racing game of the year was?
Ooh. Project Cars 3?
More sports game.
Oh, FIFA.
More sports game than racing game.
FIFA.
No. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2.
What, remastered?
The remastered one, yes.
One game of the year.
Sports racing game of the year.
Wowee, fuck me.
Family game of the year went to, ever guess?
Family game.
Yep, family game. I know you both own it.
Was it Among Us, like Rob said?
No, you both own it.
That doesn't narrow it down.
Who knows? Hunt Showdown.
Yeah, you both own it, but it's not on the thing that's in front of you.
Hunt Showdown, because it's a family
Animal
game.
Crossing.
Animal Crossing.
Oh,
yes.
that makes sense. Yeah.
And what was it? Best ongoing game, No Man's Sky, because they've absolutely done wonders with that game.
I'm actually quite tempted to get back into that, to be honest.
Yeah,
I've not yet rebought it because I bought it when it was a broken mess and then refunded it.
Yeah, I can't blame you.
So I will rebuy it, hopefully soon. Best art direction went to Ghost of Tsushima.
Nice, yeah.
Which I can say it was a very, very pretty game from what I saw. And to throw this into after Gary's just had his nice little rant, esports game of the year went to League of Legends.
Fair. I don't get me wrong. Like, I understand, like, it, as a game, it is. I can see why esports would fit it, but I don't see why anyone. It's such a hard game to get into, and I don't see, like, immediately you're just going to be like, nah, fuck that, I don't want to play it. At least other games like Valorant or Overwatch or something, like, you can kind of play it and go, okay, I understand what I need to do, but I'm not very good at it.
Yeah.
Whereas when you get...
MOBAs are just a completely different kettle of fish. They are they are difficult to understand. Like, why am I playing this game? Why is there 3 lanes? Why am I top down on this little character? Like, it's easy to go, right, here's Valorant, CSGO or Overwatch and go, oh, it's a first person shooter or a team game. Brilliant.
Is there a MOBA where the number of lanes equals the number of players?
No.
Why?
Because then it would not be MOBA then, would it?
Why though?
Because MOBAs are just 3 lanes.
Yeah, but you could have 3 lanes and 3 players.
But there are more roles than just playing 3 lanes, Gary.
See, this is the confusing part. I don't understand it.
We've never been remotely interested in MOBAs, so this conversation is killing me inside. But,
yeah. We will have a specific conversation when we talk about esports and MOBAs and
Rob will kill himself
and esports and the like. And Rob will be snoring.
Yeah.
And
when we talk about
Valorant on his keyboard. Yeah.
What we need, listeners, is we need lots of messages from you saying, Rob, fucking play Valorant. Just so that we can talk about it. And then he'll be like, no, I hate it. But at least you tried it, Rob.
But yeah.
That'd be the main thing.
There have been some new releases as well during the Game Awards. There were like some trailers and bits and pieces that we all missed out on because we didn't watch it. But there is quite a few games that we've discussed as well. We got Back 4 Blood trailer came out.
Oh, yeah.
I'm thoroughly looking forward to that. Like, again, I know, like, as you said, Gary, before, like, when talking to just, us guys, that, you're kind of tired of the whole Left 4 Dead sort of concept at this point, unless it does something really new. But I think, quite frankly, having an updated sort of fresh coat of paint to the Left 4 Dead formula would be quite nice itself, and feel refreshing in its own regard. So I'm looking forward to it.
We discussed this off air, and basically, like Rob said, the difference between Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 was not massive, but there was enough to make you warrant purchasing the second one in terms of an updated AI director.
And that's before they even added all the Left 4 Dead 1 campaigns to Left 4 Dead 2.
Exactly, yeah, which made buying Left 4 Dead 1 pointless if you hadn't already got it. Which is why I only own Left 4 Dead 2 on Steam, but I actually, on my Xbox, own Left 4 Dead 1 and Left 4 Dead 2. But on Steam, I only own Left 4 Dead 2 because there's no point having it. And the map changes were quite significant in Left 4 Dead 2 as well, because it was a bigger map. It felt like there was a lot more different directions that you can go. The AI director was a little bit more punishing than before as well. Whereas from what I've seen, from a short, 5-minute video, which I do need to research the game more, but to be honest, it hasn't really brought anything new. Big bosses, cool, but yeah, I don't know. I need to see more from it than just a deck building addition to the game, for me personally.
That's fine. You probably will, because it's not going to be out until next year at some point.
Exactly, and I'm sure I'll change my tune. When you guys get it, I'll probably get it. Full stop. I'll buy it, and I'll probably thoroughly enjoy it. But I don't know. I just don't feel like there's much added in 10 years worth of space when I could just pick up Left 4 Dead 2 and play that again.
Fall Guys Season 3. I've completely missed the whole of Fall Guys Season 2.
Oh yeah, same. We were going to play that, but just never got the time.
I do believe that we owe Rob an apology about that game sort of dying out into obscurity.
We do.
Very, very quickly. And
sorry, can you say that again?
Insert, or if you're on the YouTube video, insert a picture of Rob's smug face here.
With "I was right."
So, Rob, please accept our humble apologies for stating that you were incorrect and that the game Fall Guys: Ultimate Knockout was going to be a forever game and would continue being hyped way into the late era of 2020 and even pushing forward into 2021. So please, as a formal recognition of our sincere apologies.
And my formal apology is to eat my ass.
But yes, I'm disappointed that Fall Guys didn't continue to keep up its hype. And I have a feeling that Among Us took a lot of that player base out.
I'm just trying to have a look on Twitch to see how popular it is at the moment.
Oh, Fall Guys.
And I've had to scroll down quite a bit. Yeah, Among Us has got 100k viewers on Twitch at the moment, whereas Fall Guys has 10k viewers. Looking at what else there isn't there very much else? So they announced at the new Mass Effect teaser.
Oh yeah,
that they put at the end of the Game Awards seems pretty good. You see, it's like a very snowy Hoth-like planet that they land on, and I don't know the story of Mass Effect. I still need to play it, and I probably will when the big new revamp one comes out. But from what I saw on the trailer, big snowy planet, and a blue lady picks up a little piece of a bit of armor that says N7. There was a little bit of gameplay and like a cinematic footage for the Warhammer 40k Darktide.
Oh, there was more for that.
Yeah, it was like a little cinematic with what looked like little snippets of like gameplay just with the HUD removed and stuff.
Oh, so pre-rendered gameplay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it looked all right. It looks like there's like a couple of different like classes you can play, and
so like Darktide is the one that is like a Left 4 Dead clone, right?
Yes, but it's based in the
Warhammer
40k universe.
Yeah, of course. But to me, that game feels like a new addition to the Left 4 Dead genre, whereas Back 4 Blood doesn't. That's my point. Like, there's nothing new with Back 4 Blood, whereas at least Darktide is trying something different, even if it's literally just a setting.
Yeah, I don't see how you can say that is they're completely different when it's literally like having like Left 4 Dead 2 just with mods that skin the zombies to be different things.
I guess,
and make the map look slightly different.
I guess, but
because that's essentially what Vermintide was. Vermintide was
Darktide is left 40k dead.
Yeah.
I'll see myself out.
So we're going to get into the main section of our Christmassy podcast, and we decided that we were going to give ourselves a budget of around about £20 and recommend some games that we own for you guys. So if you don't, or if you have a bit of spare cash laying about and you want to treat yourself for Christmas, or if someone's given you a Steam voucher or some money towards buying some games online,
or you've happened to refund a game that just came out that you were really looking forward to that was AAA price.
Yeah, exactly. Then
so you have quite a lot more.
We've got some games that we can offer to you, or not offer to you guys, but
yeah, we're not offering anything, Johnny. We're in a losing budget here.
yeah, we can recommend these games to you guys over the festive period of the Steam sales and all those bits and pieces that go on. So, who wants to dive into their stocking stuffers first?
All right, I'll kick it off with a few different suggestions.
Go on, Rob.
A good old classic of mine that is still very cheap. It always has been cheap, but I have sunk countless goddamn hours into this game, and it still charms the absolute socks off me to this day. FTL at the low price of £6.99.
Good shout, Rob. Very good shout. Incredible game.
Yep, absolutely
fucking difficult.
Lovely soundtrack and everything as well. It's just a solidly made game that it's got everything it needs in it, really, and it's just perfectly made. I love it.
So give us like a one sentence roundup of what the game is, and if you can't quite explain it, like compare it to other games.
Roguelike sci-fi crew management.
That is actually fucking perfect. Yeah, nice.
Yeah. My next game, for the low price of £5 on the dot, is the newly released standalone Red Dead Online, which
that's in my stocking too.
Hey.
Rob, look, it's the same.
Yeah. While still needing a lot more love and attention that GTA Online is receiving, like we have put, I don't even know how many hours a lot of us have put into Red Dead Online together, but it is just a lovely, pleasant experience, really, isn't it? Like, even when you're not actually actively tackling story missions and things, or any of the bigger, like, mission chains or anything, just if you're feeling a bit bored, especially I think during lockdown as well, where you can't really go out and do as much, just firing up Red Dead Online, jumping on your horse, and just walking around what is honestly one of the most beautiful game environments I've ever played a game in. And just taking some of that in, wandering into some of the stranger missions as and when they pop up, doing a little bit of treasure hunting and things. It's just a very nice, chilled out experience. And for £5, you're going to get more than £5 worth of content out of it, really.
Oh yeah,
I couldn't recommend it enough.
Easily get more than £5 worth of entertainment. And it's actually, Rob, why don't you explain to those who aren't aware of what the online is like?
It's a lot of people were expecting a GTA Online clone, but in Western times. But it's far more relaxed. It's got a much calmer pace to it. There's not all the running around being immediately spawn killed by people on what would be in this game flying horses with rocket launchers that you'd get in GTA
that would be
Online.
Fun,
but it's a lot. It leans a lot more into the, if you want to RP it, there's like a lot more to that sort of really just sort of getting into it side of things, which I think is really nice. Like, you can jump in with your mates and stuff and go do like go do some hunting, which you can then use to make some money, and then go do deliveries that other players can attack you during to try and interfere with and then take the money for themselves, sort of thing. Or just go fishing for 20 minutes or so if you wanted to. You can do whatever you want. It's nice. It's pleasant. Comfy gaming, yeah.
Comfy boy.
Or alternatively, you can start shooting everybody you see, and then when the law comes, jump on a train that you've hijacked while, your mate's driving it at full speed, and you're shooting lawmen on horseback off their horses and stuff while standing on top of the train. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
You could hog-tie Gary and feed him to alligators,
That has happened.
Choices.
That has, in fact, happened.
Anything else on your list there, Rob? Or is that...
Yes,
that it?
And for £3.99, Among Us.
Oh, of course.
That's in my list as well.
I'm sorry, I've ruined
list as well.
Yeah. Whether you've got a bunch of mates that you can play it with, like us lot and the Swedes, or whether you're just jumping into random sessions online, it's a good, cheap, sort of daft bit of entertainment that obviously each round's going to play out differently depending on who you're playing with, what map you're playing on, and whether or not you're the survivor, you're the crewmate or the imposter. It's just good fun. And for $3.99 on PC or completely free on mobile, you can't knock it.
It's an incredible, incredible game. It's so much fun to deceive your friends. I've not played it with randoms, but I assume it will be better with friends. So if you have a big group of friends or people that you are in a community with, then it'll be a lot of fun. If you're playing with your family, I'm sure it'll be a lot of fun. If you're playing with randoms, I'm sure it's also fun as well. I can't say how it is because I've never done it myself. Have you guys played with randoms before?
No, but again, we've played a lot of very similar games like Deceit as well, which is, I'd also put in there, if you like Among Us, get Deceit, it's free.
It's free, yeah.
Yeah. We do quite like those sort of betray your mate sort of games.
Yeah,
and they do. Like, as much as me and Gary do tend to play cooperatively, those games do drive the occasional wedge between us, don't they?
They do, yeah. But not forever.
It also puts out to the audience a little bit of how we like to play.
Yeah.
Throttling each other.
I mean, that's what true friends are for, though, right?
Yeah. Well, if you can't backstab your friends, who can you backstab?
Can't backstab yourself, you can't reach.
Well, I don't know about you.
Well, I can't. Well, actually,
I'll give it a good try.
Well, I probably could, but I think I'd panic about putting a
Gary,
knife on my
I'll
back.
stab your back if you stab mine.
I will stab your back, Jordy.
I will stab it with you.
With pleasure. So,
Right.
is that all your games, Rob?
Yep.
How much? How much does that?
That is a grand total of £16, give or take a couple of pennies if you wanted all of those.
Very nice.
My budget was a little bit slightly over. I think. It's under. If you can buy it before Christmas, if you're listening to this podcast early, then we'll release on Tuesday. So if you listen to this podcast and it's been out for less than 2 days, then you should be able to get them for this price. If not, I'll put in the full price
On Steam, is that correct?
On Steam, yes. So my first game, which is my cheapest game at the moment, it's £3.43 on Steam at the moment for the next 2 days when listening to this podcast. Or normally it's £8.59. It's Uno.
Yeah.
Brilliant card game. I've spent many hours on that game. Many hours on a single game of just constantly playing Uno, and it's one of those ones where it's been quite fun during lockdown. I've managed to play and turn that into like my friends are playing it as a drinking game. I wasn't drinking, but it was quite funny to whenever the cards got reversed, someone had to do a shot, or someone ever got a +4 added onto them, they'd have to do a shot and stuff like that. It was quite funny, and you make your own fun out of it. It was and there's obviously all the different rule types you can play as well. But Uno is just a sort of classic card game, but obviously reimagined on the PC. That's my first fun, little one.
Very fun card game anyway. So I imagine, not having played the digital version, I imagine it's just as good, right?
Yes, it is, and you can be a real bastard and like save up all your +2s and +4s and just stack them up and terrorize the person to your left or your right, depending on which way the circle's going.
Nice.
Yeah, that was my first offering. My second offering, I've taken out the two that Rob's already stolen out of my stocking, so I've added a couple. Well, I've added an extra one in there just to thicken mine out a little bit,
steady,
make it less full of coal. And if you're a solo player and you don't play with your friends, or you just like to play single player games, and you're into your survival games as well, Don't Starve for £7.19.
Oh, that is a good game.
A great little survival game. If you aren't a hermit and you have some friends and would like to play that together with some other people, then for £3.73 for the next 2 days, you can get Don't Starve Together,
which is also incredible.
Which
I'm
is
saying incredible a lot,
the
but
multiplayer one.
They're very good choices, guys.
It's £3.73 for the next 2 days, but if you don't get it in the next 2 days, it's £10.99. But still, for £10.99, it's a really good game.
I would pay £10.99 for Don't Starve Together or Don't Starve. They're really, really, really fun and very difficult.
Yes, it's as difficult as you want it to be. Like, it can be. I've played games where I've not survived after the first night. I've played games where it's taken me like 20 nights to die and stuff like that. But
so
it's
for people who haven't played or heard of Don't Starve, what would you describe it as?
Top-down survival game. Very difficult, and very difficult survival game.
Yeah,
I'm not very good at describing things, it seems.
And it makes sense. It's kind of rogue light-ish as well, in a way.
And it's got a very Edgar Allan Poe vibe.
Yes. Yeah.
The art style.
Yeah, the art style is really, really good. That was actually the reason I bought the game originally, was the art style alone. And then I played it and I was like,
yeah,
well, fuck, this game's fucking amazing.
And my last gift in the bottom of the stocking is, it's not on special at the moment, but it's a very good game, and a game that I absolutely love playing when it's just if I've not got internet and I can't play games with my friends and I just want to play a game on my own that's challenging and is like a puzzle game, but also like a survival and like a tricksy sort of game. It's The Escapist.
Oh.
It's if I was to describe it in one word, Gary, it's like a pixel art prison escape puzzle game. And that is $12.99. It's my most expensive of items.
Sounds good. I've heard very good things about that game before, actually. I don't think I own it. No, I don't.
It's $12.99, but if you did enjoy, or if you know of the game and you enjoy it and you want to get it, like, you can get, there's so many different like bundles and stuff you can get, and you can get like the first game and the second game with all the DLC for like 20 quid.
Not bad.
Right. For the extra 8 quid, extra 7 quid you pay on top of just the base first game, it's probably worth it. Right. And they've obviously there's new games. It's by Team 17 as well. The guys who do like Worms and all that stuff.
Good developers, those guys.
Yeah, great developers. And they've also brought out a new game that I've not played yet, but it's called Survivalist, which I assume is a bit like Don't Starve mixed with The Escapist, because that's what it looks like.
Oh yeah.
That's my stocking stuffers. What about you, Gary?
So did you say how much yours came to in total?
Oh, sorry, I did not, did I? So on the sale prices, you were looking at £26, roughly.
Not bad.
£26. On the non-sale prices, sorry, I put Don't Starve and Don't Starve together in at the same time. So if you only buy one or the other, the maximum it's going to be is the maximum it's going to be is £26. The cheapest it can be is if you get them on sale will be £20.
It's pretty good. 20 quid.
Yeah.
Get some very good games in there.
As you can tell, I really like survival and puzzle games.
Yeah, I mean, we totally wouldn't have guessed that.
Yes. What about you, Gary?
So, I've picked some games that, I had to change one of them just now, but I have swapped it out with an equally as good game, because obviously Among Us was part of my stockings originally. Mm-hmm. Part of my stockings? In my stockings. In my stockings. But I will start off with. I will start off with a game for £6.99, and it is Papers, Please.
Oh, what a good game! Oh yes,
is very, very fun, very difficult. I've never finished the game. How many hours? I've got 11.2 hours on record for like a small indie game. I would say that's pretty decent. And I occasionally just load it back up every now and then to play it, because I'm like, I haven't played that game in ages, and the graphics are really, really stylistic, really cool. The soundtrack is really cool. Like when you load it up, the boom, 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 boom. I'm not doing it justice, but you if you played it, you get it. And the gameplay is really fun as well. It's kind of like a management type sim, but you're a border control checkpoint in a kind of like a fake dystopia of Aristotska.
Glory to
Aristotska. And there's a lot of plot twists, a lot of backstabbing, a lot of red herrings. So I definitely recommend checking it out. You'll get a lot of fun out of it, and a lot of stress as well. When you've got like so many people that you need to get through, and your son is constantly ill, it is very difficult.
That'd definitely be one of my games to recommend as well, actually.
You
played it as well, Rob, haven't you?
Yeah, not for a while now, though. It kind of make me want to play it again.
I know, it's one of those games where you just see it in your list and you're like, oh, fuck, go on then, mate. Just download it.
Just a little game.
Just a little game of Papers, please, mate. And then you cry because you can't complete it. The worst is when you accidentally go through the same tree that you did last time, and you're like, oh, fuck, yeah, that's what killed me last time. Oh, spoilers, you can die. Theoretically.
Yeah.
My second game, which I have, I actually discussed really briefly on one of our previous episodes, is Islanders, which is a really, really chill, minimalist city builder, is how it describes itself. But it's basically that. It's really
I know
chill.
the one.
Really chill. The graphics are really nice. It kind of feels a little bit like a mobile game, I'm not going to lie, but if you're just loading up every now and then, it's just something nice to relax to. If you're either waiting on your mates or you don't want to play anything that's going to stress you out, you just want to calm down, you play it, and it will like be as stressful as you want to make it, because if you're trying to min-max it and trying to keep going and pushing yourselves onto different islands, then yeah, you want to make sure that you are planning where your buildings go. But if you just want to sit down, put some buildings in, see how far you can get with no stress, as much stress as you want to put on yourself, highly recommend it. Soundtrack's incredible, graphics are incredible, but it's a slightly different one. I wanted to put something in there that's kind of like not something that a lot of people would necessarily think to buy.
Yeah, it's another very chilled out game. Not as stress inducing as a
MOBAs.
Say a survivalist or not survivalist, but escapist or Don't Starve, like my games.
Yeah, Don't Starve is definitely a stressful game. it's not easy. But at the same time, Islanders is not easy, but it's not stressful hard.
Yeah.
You just kind of get to the end of it and you're like, oh fuck, now I got to restart it again, instead of oh shit. And my third game is a game that Rob and I have had a hell of a lot of fun playing, and I know you love it, Rob. I know you love it. Like the amount of times that you came over and we played it, and you know what I'm talking about. And I did very much recommend it for a party game with your mates between 1 to 4 players. And I believe they've added in a PvP mode now as well. So all of that in mind, for the low price of £7.19, Heave Ho.
Heave Ho.
Yeah, it is very good fun.
It's so much fun. Rob and I have just been in tears laughing playing that game when we could sit down together on the sofa.
The last time we did that was early March, wasn't it, Gary?
No, because March was lockdown. It was
no, because I was down for the first 2 weeks of March.
Must have been March then. Oh yeah, because we went into lockdown mid-March, didn't we?
Yep, because I was supposed to be working all month. Did my week down in London, week back home, managed to see my nephew, week back down in London, and halfway through that second week, everything went to shit. And it was back home and no work.
I've still got the recordings, and if anyone really wants me to edit them, I do have about maybe 8 episodes of Heave Ho to go through. But it's very...
I was about to say, I remember watching those videos on your YouTube channel, Gary.
Oh, thank you for the plug there, Judy Reis. But yes, I do. I have a couple of episodes up on my YouTube channel. If you want to check them out, watch me and Rob piss ourselves and scream at each other and completely fail. And if you do want to see more, let me know. It does take me a long time to edit those ones, though, which is why I haven't edited any more.
Question for you, Gary.
Yes.
Heave Ho, is that can that be played over Steam online?
Yeah.
It can.
I believe it can, yes.
But it's up to 4 players, yes?
It is, yes. You can remote play together, and it is up to 4 players.
Might have to join you boys on a game of that. It would be quite funny.
Oh, mate, we could do remote play together on a live stream.
We could stream it.
We could stream it.
Yes.
Maybe sometime in the new year we could do that. Unless we set it up beforehand, in which case we'll notify everyone.
Are you finished your stocking now? Is that the last one?
Unfortunately, that's my last one. They're slightly more expensive.
Well, one thing I was going to say to the audience was if us streaming Heave Ho and stuff like that was something they'd be interested in, then our goal for next year is to is to start the Twitch channel for the podcast and actually get our audience jumped on and subscribed up to it. So the account's already been made. So if you do want to jump on and give it a follow, then twitch.tv/VGC_podcast. Go and give us a follow. If we can get to 50 followers before we've even started streaming on it, that'd be great.
That'd be awesome. But also, it just gives us another platform for us to communicate with you as well. So if you want to chat to us while we're actually like live, then that would be perfect. You know, we've got the Discord for we're quite active on the Discord. So if anyone wants to drop any messages, you know, we pretty much respond as quickly as we can. But yeah, Twitch would be really nice for anyone who just wants to see more of our content and wants to chat to us as well. We'll probably be playing games like, maybe like Heave Ho if it works on
Heave Ho, Rocket League.
Rocket League will probably be the main one.
All those good things.
So you can hear us talking about absolute horseshit most of the time.
Yeah. What were we talking about the other day when we were playing Rocket League? It was just absolute nonsense.
Poo. It was literal poo.
It was literally toilet humour. Brilliant.
We got that low, and Jordy was like, "We need to stop talking about poo because we need to actually play the game and score some goals." And I was talking about poo, and I actually scored a goal. So I was like, "Well, shit on that, Jordy." So yeah, it was funny.
Oh,
it was very funny. It was too funny for Twitch, you know. Why we did it.
But yeah, I think that's so. To round up your stocking there, Gary, how much was your games put together?
So in total, it comes to a very humble price of £18.97.
Oh, wonderful! So I'm the big spender of the group.
You are the big spender, yes.
And who was the most under budget? Was it?
I was at £15.98.
£15. Look at him.
I did have to add a couple of extra pounds on because
after I ruined it.
After you ruined Christmas, Rob, by taking Among Us from us both. But yeah, the Heave Ho is a little bit more expensive than Among Us, but I thoroughly recommend it as well. So, actually, do you know what? Every single game that all three of us have mentioned, I would say you just get them. They are really fun games. You may not enjoy certain ones because they're like, you know, survival, or they're like deceit, or, you know, that sort of stuff. But if there's a very good range of games there, and they're, for the most part, indie. I think the only AAA title there is Red Dead.
Yeah, definitely. Which I would agree.
Which is another reason why, you know, indie titles, you got to show them love, because a lot of the time they're more fun than AAA titles. Fuck, Among Us, for example, is a team of like under 10 people, I think. And that is exploded. It's done significantly better than any AAA title this year. Maybe not Cyberpunk, but, you know.
It's definitely my game of the year, Among Us, I'd say.
See, I don't know whether or not we can put Among Us in Game of the Year, because it's 2 years old.
But it's made its resurgence this year, though.
It has.
So you're telling me if Cyberpunk doesn't do really well next year, you're not going to give it a name of the Game of the Year, even though it came out this year?
Well, technically, it's come out this year.
Yeah.
So I would say it should be this year,
but it won't be, because it will count as next year's release, doesn't it? Because of the whole way Game Awards works.
Well, yeah, but that's if we're going with Game Awards. I'm not going with Game Awards. I'm going with January to December.
Well, Gary, you're just being awkward.
I'm not being awkward. I'm just not following the suit of any other awards agency. Like, why do they do it at a particular date? We could set up a VGC one and say between January and December. Literally every single awards ceremony does it at a different time. So if we're going with Game Awards, yeah, it'll be like December to to.
I feel if you release a game at the end of the year in December, like a month's worth of people playing it to see how good it is isn't really a fair assumption.
Well, then they shouldn't have released it in December.
They shouldn't have, Gary, and that's where we will end this episode today. Thank you for listening. I've been Geordie Wiz. He's been N-Dash, and Rob has been Rob.
Oh,
yeah.
It's been Rob Coxey off the YouTubes. What is your URL, Rob?
Yes. No.
It's Rob
Yes,
Coxey.
where are we going to find you?
On the YouTubes.
Rob Coxey on the YouTube.
The full URL. Oh, fuck. That's a long URL, mate. You should have got a short one.
Yeah.
A short one like N-Dash Place.
I could have got shorter. I wish I could get shorter. I wasn't allowed to have just N-Dash.
Really?
No,
Wow.
wouldn't let me. And where can we find you, Geordie, on Twitch?
You can find me at twitch.tv/GeordieWiz. If I'm ever streaming, that is.
Are you planning on streaming now?
I'm planning on streaming next year on the VGC podcast channel, Gary.
Give us a like,
And
give
I
us
think
a
you should all go
subscribe.
over there and give it a follow.
Ring the bell.
Ring that bell.
Ring the bell. Jesus Christ. We're not really like that. Just in case that didn't translate, we are not like that. We do that cynically, and that's it.
Comedy. Comedy purposes.
Comedic gold.
But yeah, we to all of our listeners, we wish you a very, very Merry Christmas, wherever you are in the world. Whether you are in Tier 4, Tier 3, or Tier 2, or another country that's dealing with the coronavirus a lot better than we are.
Yeah. To our listeners from New Zealand, enjoy your freedom.
And the sun.
And the sun. And to our listeners who don't celebrate Christmas, then happy holidays.
And to all of our Spanish listeners, Feliz Navidad.
Well, yeah, but that's why I said to just broaden it, because otherwise if we say,
if we go through
every single fucking holiday, we'll be here for hours.
Until next fucking
Happy
Christmas.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Hanukkah's already happened, Geordie.
Joyeux Noël.
Yeah.
Feliz Navidad.
Okay. Oh,
Buon
God.
Natale. Feliz Natal. Vorig Gestfest.
And goodbye.
Krokfutin.
Merry fucking Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
God bless us, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Bye.